How can meditation help you speak with a loved one who has passed? This is my second video on speaking to loved ones, so if you haven't watched the first one, I recommend you go and watch it now. Communicate with a loved one who has passed. I'm going to teach you some techniques that I found really valuable. Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome back. I'm Carol Rathel. I help people awaken. I help people tune into their inner wisdom from upstairs, their higher self. And I help people lead fulfilling lives. In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can use meditation as a tool to talk with your loved one. There are different ways we can meditate. In this meditation, I'm going to talk about one where you might be sitting or you may be laying down, because we really need to get rid of all distraction to be able to focus on this communication. I'm not going to talk about how we can prove that our loved ones live on after they've passed. We dealt with that in the previous video. Go back and watch it if you're a little uncertain. I've provided key names that you can look up, providing all the proof that you need if you're unsure, and it's totally okay if you are unsure. Here on earth we don't get an instruction manual, and we learn from other people unless we die ourselves and come back, and we know what happens when that happens. Let's talk about when we meditate. We raise our vibration, and we talk about hearing our wisdom from upstairs. I mention it at the beginning of most of my videos. When we meditate, the goal is to lift our vibration. Our loved one exists on a plane of existence in a vibrational level that is higher than this three-dimensional one in which we live. They need to lower their vibration a bit to be able to communicate with us. We're lifting and they're coming down, and then we come to the zone where we can talk with each other and communication can happen. So when you're in the deeply relaxed state, in the theta brainwave state, which is really deeply relaxed, almost in sleep but not quite. When you're in that state, you can picture your loved one. Picture them there. Provide that image of them as a conduit for them to step into. It's for them to infuse their energy into in order to be able to meet you with your mind in a telepathic way. It's like providing the Wi-Fi, or it's like providing the telephone. Okay? And when you're there, then you can commune with them. Join your energy with them. Get really close. Tell them you love them. Ask them a couple of questions. I'm going to share with you now a really powerful way you can connect with your loved one if you are well practiced in meditation. Now I'm going to create this meditation. It's going to be on my website when this video is released. You can buy it. It's only $5. And in the meditation I teach you how to really open up your heart and turn it into a portal and meet your loved one. When you do this, your experience can be really amazing. If you feel like you really want to give it a go, then it's the right one for you to try. And again, with anything that you do to communicate or meditate, any energy work that we do, practice, practice, practice. Each time you practice, you are training yourself, you're training your energy, you're training your brain how to do this. So you may not do anything more than just hang out with your loved one for a few seconds, but that's a win. That's a win. You got to spend a few seconds with your loved one. How wonderful is that? Another way you can meditate to meet your loved one is to fully get into your body. And if you're of a what we call clear sentient nature, which means you feel energy. Tune in to your body. Put your hands out as you're sitting there or lying there and feel energy coming into your hands. When you're relaxed and in the zone, you might feel a slight tingling, buzzing, fizzing on your hands. Mine are really fizzing right now as I'm talking about this. You can ask your loved one to come and stand there with you, or if you're lying on the bed, just ask them to sit next to you and ask them to place their hands above yours. My grandfather's coming in. He's always come to me at various times in my life. You might notice a warmth in your hands. You may notice, as you remain open and aware, you may notice that warmth travelling through your body. You may notice it reaching your heart, and you get a beautiful influx of love. This is another powerful way to tune in and commune with your loved one. And when you feel like they've blended their energy with you and the two of you are one energy, then you can ask a question or two. And as I've always said about the communication, don't judge what you hear. Just hear it, and as soon as you've finished your meditation, write it down. Or if you're comfortable with it, put your phone on record and just speak as it's happening to you. You can do that in your meditation. If you can do this, it might take a bit of practice to get to this point. So in the beginning it might be a good thing to just have two questions, or make your question, what do you want to show me? What do you want to tell me? Now be prepared with all of these ways for your loved one to communicate with you using symbols. Symbols are the language of the non-physical. Your loved one might show you a set of drawers, and maybe there's something that's fallen behind that's important. Or they might show you a feather, which is a very beautiful gift that they can give you. And if you see a feather after you've asked for them to communicate with you, pick it up. It's precious. Hold it to your heart. Take it home with you. Put it somewhere that you can't accidentally lose it if you go past and make a draft. And if a bird, an unusual type of bird, comes into your home or your garden, that can be your loved one communicating with you, because they use birds a lot. Birds are very receptive to energy from higher beings or our loved ones who've passed. Or if a bird comes into your home and flies around, definitely release the bird, but understand that might be a message. Where the bird landed in your home, if they do, and it's not just your curtains, which they often, so many birds have come into my home and end up hooking themselves on the curtains, but if it's a different place, like a specific place, that might be your symbol, and you can go and investigate there and see what that's about. In the previous video I mentioned using an object that your loved one has worn a lot before they passed. When you're doing your meditation, it can be helpful to hold their object, if it's glasses or a hat or something that you can easily hold or touch while you're meditating. It can help you tune in with them, especially when you're starting. Once you've connected with your loved one in the meditation realm, it makes it easier for you the next time, because you know how that feels, you know the experience, so you can get there again. It does take practice. It does take not judging whatever comes to you. Trust it. Unless it's really weird and you know very well that it's got nothing to do with them. If you know very well that you're making it up, that's fine. But anything else, try to keep an open mind. The key of this is to not effort at it. Effort puts you out of the zone. Trying hard puts you out of the zone. Hoping you're going to get it this time puts you out of the zone. it's probably best to go into this type of experience with no attachment to any sort of outcome, with not expecting to have any sort of experience other than a nice meditation and being able to tune into your loved one. And then anything that does happen is a bonus. And it's beautiful when it does, but it's best that you are relaxed and just open to whatever happens. That's the best way to be. So if you feel you want to, go ahead and go to my website and check out that meditation that I've made. The focus is on the portal of your heart because it's one of the most powerful ways you can connect. So we'll end this there. We'll probably come back to the subject again, because being aware that we live on when we lose our body by accident or when we've had no further use for it, we do go into the energetic planes and we do have a whole existence there. And this life is a blink in the entirety of our existence. So let's make it part of our normal conversation, right? This is important to be aware of on your spiritual journey and your awakening journey. I hope I haven't really blown your mind, but a little bit blown is fine. So I look forward to seeing you, and I will be waiting for you in the next video. Subscribe if you want some more. Bye for now.